Aries, hello, and welcome to your weekly intuitive reading. I hope that you are doing well. We're going to tap into the messages for you using the Soul's Journey Oracle cards. So this is the message for Sun, Moon, or Rising in the sign of Aries. Please keep in mind these are general messages. I'm reading for the collective Aries here, so if it's not resonating for you, most likely the message is not resonating for you, but take what does resonate. It will help. There may be bits and pieces or the entire message. Check with your other placements, your moon, your rising, or any of the other zodiac that may stand out as well to get a well-rounded message for yourself. All right, Aries. Been some powerful messages coming through this morning already, so let's see what Spirit wants to tell you. For Aries, please. Empathy, health. Okay. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Okay, and patience. Beautiful. We cannot escape this loneliness card, Aries. It is still coming out in all of the zodiac, but that's okay. I did a video on this last eclipse just 2 days ago, the new moon solar eclipse in Libra. If you're interested in that, in understanding the energy, I'll touch on it a bit because it does have to do with the loneliness card, but check out that video if you're interested in understanding a little deeper of the current energy that we are experiencing, which has to do with how we relate to others, our relationship patterns, our relationship styles, our attachment styles that were created in our younger years, in our early childhood years. So it's very important. I think that you are finally starting to rise above, connect to your higher self, and really see from the other person's perspective as well as your own. Opening up the heart to having compassion and empathy, understanding that we all, say we both have the same exact, Gemini got this too, the same exact experience, right? Same exact experience, but the perspective of that experience is going to be unique to each and every individual based off of the lens that they are, the emotions that come up for them, the story that comes up into the mind for them specifically is going to be very unique. And so I feel like that is something that you are really getting in touch with right now, Aries. Something about your health. Be mindful. There's a lot of energy coming onto the planet right now. A lot. So you may be feeling extra aches and pains, or there's a lot of energy, and energy can also form into illnesses and other things. So take good care of your body right now, Aries. Whenever the health card comes out, that's a really good indicator of someone who might be running in overdrive right now and not paying attention to the physical vessel. So drink plenty of water, clean water, feed your body nourishing food, get plenty of rest, move the body around when you need to. But if you're feeling really achy and tired, listen to the body, basically, is the message here. And be patient. There may be some things that you're waiting to understand or waiting to have open up for you and experience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Things are unfolding naturally as they are meant to, and we are all really growing in our conscious awareness of our own self, our patterns of relating and understanding why we may feel lonely, understanding why we may be really yearning for close connections, friendships, to get deeper and not be so surface level. In this world in particular, this day and age, with technology really kind of growing and evolving faster than the human emotional body is and mental body. So humans are growing and evolving, but technology seems to be going really fast, faster than we are. So slow down, be patient. We are having a lot of supportive energy come in to the planet that is assisting us. You may have a lot of dreams, a lot of emotions coming up, a lot of realizations arising. You may be seeking to understand yourself and the depth of life a little bit more. We'll see. Let's get into this a little bit deeper for you, Aries. Let's talk about empathy for Aries, please. You may have past experiences, past conflicts, past emotional experiences arising back up into your memory, into your experience even. And you're now starting to see that from the other person's perspective. Emotional loss. So there may have been a break or an argument or a conflict that really put a wall up between you and another, someone that you really want to have a heart-to-heart connection with. Emotional loss. You're feeling that right now, or you may be experiencing, but as that, you see the spiral, as you have recollection or understanding of the last emotional loss that you've had with a person, allow that to take you and spiral all the way back to what this is actually representing for you at this time, Aries. I speak in my prior video, the story of Hansel and Gretel, of when they're lost in the woods. See, this is our lost in our conscious mind, lost in our world, lost in our mind. They're leaving stones on their trail to remember where they came from. These triggers, these memories, these emotional trigger points are the stones that lead us back to home, lead us back to the beginning, where it all started and what it all means, what all of your emotional spiraling experiences leading up to this very last one were teaching you and showing you, and you can grow and evolve and blossom out of that, and it seems as though you are out of the one-way track mind of victim, perpetrator, or black and white thinking. Seeing everything and everyone as a mirror, reflection to ourselves and what it is that we're meant to dive deeper within ourselves to evolve and grow out of. Okay. Why is health out here for Aries? I'm pretty sure I understand why health is out here. Whenever the health card comes out, it is telling me that you are burning the candle at both ends. You are pushing it, Aries. So really pay attention to how you're treating your physical body, because whether you're aware of it or not, there is a lot of new energy, and the body's trying to keep up and adapt. And when we're not being good to our physical vessel, our body, which includes the stress level that we put ourselves under, emotions are energy as well and affect the physical body. You could find yourself like I was the other week, down and out, sick with, I got sick with pneumonia. All right. So there's definitely something that you're waiting on. And the waiting game also speaks of our process of spiraling around, reflecting back in time. I also am drawn to seeing the roots and the tree, or the death and the rebirth. And you might be waiting for something to change. You might feel it. Be patient. Be patient. Aries, this is also while you're in this waiting, holding phase, holding pattern, waiting room, thank you. While you're in this waiting room, be patient. I feel like there's an aspect of you that may be pushing, trying to control, trying to make this change happen now. because you don't like, you might be impatient. And pay attention to what that does to your physical body. When you push yourself too much, when you push yourself too hard, when you push life, when instead of falling back and flowing with life, falling into the feminine energy of not gender, but energy of being receptive to life and moving with it and pausing and slowing down with it as well. Patient, be patient, because there is definitely something new that is birthing within you, something new within the heart that is forming, growing, evolving, changing. We have the solar plexus. So what you may be learning when it comes to your relationships, or why you felt lonely in your relationships, has to do with your self-esteem and self-worth. And maybe you're one that feels like you have to, and we have partnerships and alliances below that. Maybe you are one that feels like you need to prove yourself or continue to do things so that you'll be liked and accepted and loved. Prove your worthiness. And that is what the universe is like. You are good enough, just as you are. Whatever you experienced as a child, whatever neglect, whatever maybe you had parents that did not see your worth, or I mean, there's a lot of different ways that we can form these certain patterns within ourselves. But this definitely talks about your confidence and your self-esteem when it comes to connecting to others. So really take time to work through that and be patient with yourself, but tell yourself, I am worthy. I am good enough just as I am. I don't need to prove myself. You're only proving yourself to yourself, by the way, when we are in that energy. So you may have found yourself very thwarted, or, you know, in trying to prove ourselves or show others that we are this great person with all of these qualities. It may have fallen on deaf ears or just ignored, because that is false. That is not the true you. When you know that you're good enough and that you are confident within yourself and worthy to yourself, it reflects and shines out of you. You don't need to do or say anything to prove that. So you're really just trying to prove it to yourself. That you will end up feeling very lonely and isolated, even if you are in relationships with others. So slow down. You don't need to prove yourself to anybody. Take good care of your body as well. Wow. Okay. So we're going back to this loss card, emotional loss, and opening up to seeing both sides. Where something once seemed very dark and, yeah, I'm hearing mean, dark and scary and not at all at home. You're now starting to realize that maybe your perception was off. You're seeing things from the other side, and definitely seeing your own emotions, your pain that had been ejected, projected out to another. This is cold, this is anger, this is sadness, this is despair that came out in a very cold-hearted way. Something deep within you is showing this to you, where your pain came from. You know where you came from. You know where these things have been developed. This is a time to rise above, rise out of that, and show your true colors. Speak your truth. Speak your truth. Express your truth. And really take control of your your actions, your words. Be responsible for yourself. Be that emperor within yourself while you're going through this spiral of emotion. And I feel like we're all going through this right now to some degree. Okay, we also have the Knight of Materials. Oh, beautiful. Okay, again with the waiting game, be patient. If we race through these things, these experiences, trying to get to the next feel-good place, you miss all of the important details that your higher self had already laid out for you, all the stones on the trail back to home. So slow down, be patient. Don't let this waiting room or this waiting game really I feel like it's getting to you. Well, the Tower. All right, so these are definite big sudden realizations. There could be events that have opened up more understanding and realization. You may have already taken a good look at your own explosive internal self. Getting really in touch with your emotions, emotional regulation, you may have understanding how the emotions regulate the mind and the body. And you're definitely ready for something new. You want to start something new. So that's what really you're being asked to be patient for. You have these realizations like, and I can see it too. I've been there where you're like, oh my gosh, I get it. And I'm changing this within myself. Let's go. Let's change this. Let's change these dynamics. Slow down, because other people have their own processes as well. And there is definitely some little minor, they might be minor details, but they are details that are important for you. You don't want to skip over steps. Pluto squaring the nodes of the moon represents skipping steps, rushing too fast to the next level, to the next experience, to the next happy feeling place, and missing the important details that come out of emotional pain and loss. There's a lot of goodness that comes out of that. So we're going to get you some advice here, Aries. Wow. You're really evolving fast, and give yourself a good pat on the back, because this is not easy to experience and go through, but it is definitely, you're being directed through your higher self. This is your soul's growth, and it feels right, and it's really bringing you back to feeling good about yourself, confident about yourself, which then will reflect in your relationships to others. So if you're liking this video so far, Aries, please don't forget to click the like button below the video, the thumbs up button below the video. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And feel free to comment. I love to read all of your comments. And if you're interested in a personal reading, you can book that through my website, which is BeTheChange333.com. And that information is also below in the description box. All right, advice for Aries, please. Know that you are never alone. Okay. We have the entire universe watching us at all times. You can't really hide anything. You're only hiding it from yourself and deceiving yourself. Advice for Aries, please. Thank you. Perspective. I had a feeling that this or the void was going to come out. None of this matters. Zoom out, Aries. Common ground. Wow. Perfect card to come out for this reading. So whatever you might be still funneling through emotionally, none of this matters. Zoom out. Slow down. Be patient. Take a step back and look at the bigger picture of your life. Step away from the blinkered vision and reactive frame of mind of me against them. Change your perspective. Shift your point of view and zoom out, out, out. We are but a speck of dust in the universe, yet we think everything revolves around us. We see the planet as ours to own and conquer, pillaging the land and setting ourselves up for our eventual extinction. We build fences and walls and create invisible borders. Mother Earth doesn't need us to survive, but we need her. It's time to wake up. A new perspective is urgently needed. We become so lost in our individual experience that we don't realize that most of the things that keep us awake at night are actually distractions. We're wasting our precious time and resources fighting each other when we should be coming together to heal what's been severed. This moment is a breath in the timeline of your life. This life is a fleeting moment in the tapestry of your soul's experience. Your soul's experience is a flash in the timeline of the known universe. And the known universe is a grain of sand in the unknown universe. Take a moment to see the bigger picture, to find common ground, to find deep compassion in your heart, to gain a greater perspective of humanity in this fleeting moment in the timeline of your soul's existence, in the timeline of all that is, was, and ever will be. Wow, I got the chills, Aries. Wow. What are you being called to change your perspective on at this time, Aries? Do that deep dive. And I feel like with the Tower card here, there are definitely some sudden realizations on that as well. So I hope that you found this helpful for you. And I'm sending you out so much love. Take care. Bye.